Well, since everyone is here, let's start the online talk session with Elliot Donnelly, a professional basketball player in Japan, B-League. The main theme of this interview will be about how he has worked on the dietary change in last 1 year and how he has felt about the change in performance. First of all, I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Eriko Murata. Since my husband is a professional rugby player in Japan, I've been supporting his daily eating habits, and also I am a license holder of Athlete Food Meister. So I've been coaching a lot of professional and young athletes, and also published a book about how to help making your good eating habits. Today, I will be a moderator of this session. And I'd like to introduce Elliot Donnelly to everyone. Hi, Elliot. Elliot.
Hello.
Elliot is a professional basketball player in Osaka Eヴェッサwith a height of 198 centimeters. He's a dexterous player who can handle both inside and outside. He has a very high basket IQ and can accurately grasp the situation of the game, calm down what he should do, and play smartly. The fighting spirit hidden in the gentle expression will be fully demonstrated on the court. He's a promising player who will carry the future of Osaka Eヴェッサ. And we have one more guest today. His name is Genki Nakatsubo. Since he has the experience of studying nutrition and biochemistry in university and working in a food company for years, his guidance has a good reputation with a wide range of generations. He's been a personal food coach of Elliot for last 1 year and led Elliot to improve his dietary habits. Now we are all settled, so let's get started. Okay, first of all, Elliot, you were born in Japan and spent for 9 years here before moving to Hawaii. Did you ever dream to play basketball in Japan someday?
Yeah, I always had a general idea that I wanted to play basketball. I knew that realistically Japan might be my best chance because I held both citizenships. So it was always a thought in the back of my mind.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Thank you. Did you have any preference to play which team in Japan or not?
No, I didn't have any preference. It was mainly just trying to get on a team.
Okay, maybe in US or Japan, looking for the...
Yes.
Yeah, thank you. And your mom is Japanese, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And what kind of food did she make at home usually? Mainly American, Hawaiian food or Japanese food?
No, it was mainly Japanese food. Sometimes American food, but mostly Japanese food.
So you how long you got used to Japanese food before moving to Osaka? Very comfortable.
Like all my life, I've always eaten Japanese food, so it wasn't too much of a change.
But you had a bread eating habits, right? In Hawaii?
Yeah. A lot of snacks, a lot of bad, like, just bad food, junk food.
But you had a miso soup with those kind of food.
I had really good meals, but it was more like what I would eat between meals and after meals, which was bad. Like just unnecessary calories and just bad food.
Just like usual students.
Yeah.
What is your favorite homemade food?
Homemade. That's tough. I'm not too picky of an eater, but I would say Japanese food, maybe like korokke ka na.
Korokke. Did your mom often make it?
Yeah, she would make it sometimes. She would make a lot of things, so it was pretty like a diverse set of food. So I wouldn't really get tired of anything.
That's good. Is there any story about the meal at home?
Any stories? Yeah, I would say for me, like portions were always really big because my mom would just make a lot, or like my older brother didn't eat so much, so it usually would come back to me, and that's why I kind of had like earlier on I was like a chubbier kid. I was a bigger kid, so I would eat a lot, and those habits kind of like stayed with me.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. So move to the next question. How did you feel about your first season in Japan as a professional basketball player?
It was a great learning experience. A lot of ups and downs. Had a lot of great veterans and rookies alike that we could all learn together. And I just had a lot of people to just pick their brains, learn the game of basketball more, just become a better player overall. I thought it was a pretty good first year. It was a good learning experience.
Mm-hmm. Did you feel any difference between college sports and professional level?
Oh yeah, way different. You kind of have a lot more time when you become a professional, so a lot of that time, like it's a lot of time for me to eat bad food. So like I had to like really get down to like a routine and just become better about my habits. And just obviously the level of competition is way higher as well, so that that took some time to get used to as well.
And you're excited to next season also?
Yeah, very excited.
Yeah. So next question would be I guess you already knew a lot of Japanese culture before I actually moved to Osaka, but what made you most surprised about the life or food in Japan last year?
Maybe like I guess how Japanese people conduct themselves, like just in public. Like everything's a lot more like proper. Everyone has a purpose to what they're doing. Not as laid back as I'm accustomed to, but I don't know. I've lived in Japan quite a bit, so there wasn't too much culture shock for me.
Is there any recommendation related to food to the people moving to Japan in future?
Oh, food? Just try everything, I would say. I think Japanese food is really good. So for the most part, like they have something for everyone. So I would say just try it. Don't come in with a closed mind and just try different types of foods. Maybe you wouldn't try like back in the States or where you're from.
How do you like Osaka food? Like okonomiyaki, takoyaki? Do you like it?
Yeah, I like takoyaki a lot. I don't eat too much okonomiyaki. I think it's just because I just don't go as much. But yeah, I like all of it, honestly.
Nakatsubo-san, do you have any recommendation about the Osaka food?
Osaka food? Eric, do you know Gogo Ichi Butaman?
No, I don't think I've heard of it before. Is it like a restaurant or?
Yeah.
Fast food.
Like Chinese restaurant.
Oh, so, no, I don't think so.
Gogo Ichi.
Gogo Ichi Butaman is very famous in Osaka.
So, definitely have to try it.
Yes.
You should. So talking about the food improvement program as a professional athlete you worked on with Nakatsubo-san, what did you think at the moment of the very first assessment in July 2020?
I think a lot of my problem was I just wasn't eating enough. Because living in like college, there's a lot of food options to where like you can eat on campus, but being on my own, that made me realize like I actually had to cook. I had to plan out meals more accordingly because I would be tired after practice. So like maybe just I wasn't eating enough, and that I needed to have like a more balanced diet rather than just simple foods like just meat and rice. Like that wasn't enough.
中坪さんにお願いします。専任食事トレーナーとして1年間、エリエット選手にお付きになってましたけれども、エリエット選手は B リーグのトップ選手の仲間入りとなって、体作りがちょうど始まったタイミングに中坪さんが見てくださったということで、その指導する上で大切にしたことや、実際にどのようなアドバイスされたのかお伺いできますか？
はい。一番最初に彼に伝えたのはやっぱり怪我をしないことですね。やっぱりプロの選手っていうのは怪我がすごい大きな意味を持ってしまうので、プロのファーストシーズンとしてシーズン終わりに怪我をしないでおこうっていうのを一番最初に共有しました。で、具体的には、エリエット選手自身、先ほどもおっしゃってたようにジャンクフードはすごいお好きみたいなんですけど、食事のところの、意識っていうのがそんなに高くなかったので、とにかく炭水化物とタンパク質をしっかり摂りましょうっていうところから始めていきました。
それによってまずはその炭水化物とタンパク質をボリュームを食べるっていうことをご指導されたってことですか？
ですね、ボリュームも食べてほしかったんですけど、どちらかというと回数ですね。1回にたくさん取ろうと思うとやっぱり気持ち的にもすごいハードルが上がってしまうので、まずはハードルをできるだけ低くして続けられるっていうことを一番大事にして指導の方は行っていました。
So, Elliot, what did you think about what Nakatsubo-san coaches to you at the moment? Start with eating carbohydrate and protein. Was it easy to you?
The eating is easy, but the making was definitely the challenging part. It's like I don't really like to cook so much, so it's like getting the motivation to make good meals was probably the toughest part for me.
But Elliot is very good student because he use convenience store and supermarket and many food production. So he need more nutrition. So he eat many food. そう、たくさんちゃんと食べてくれたですし、コンビニとかスーパーとかには本当に食事いっぱいあるので、それをしっかりと活用できるっていうところの本当に行動力っていう部分がすごくいいなって思って、本当にいいサポートさせてもらったなっていうふうに思ってます。
今エリエット選手が自炊はちょっと苦手だっていう話もあったからそういうコンビニとかスーパーのお惣菜もうまく利用しながら質を改善することを優先したっていうことですね。
そうですね。お米を食べましょうっていう指導をしてたんですけど、1年間指導アドバイスしてて、エリエット炊飯器持ってないんですよ。だからずっと砂糖のご飯っていうやつ使って、はい、食べてましたね。
電子レンジで温めて食べられるやつ。
そうです、そうです。そうまでしてちゃんとお米の方を食べてくれたので、自分的にはすごく嬉しかったですね。
So Elliot, how do you sum up your work with him for a year?
That was great. It was tiring sometimes, like, cause sometimes you just don't want to cook, or there's certain times where you just don't have the motivation. But honestly, it helped for me to knowing in the back of my mind, I know I'm gonna have to take a picture, so I need to eat something that's actually good. So, and I can't cheat it. So it was good to have that. I definitely needed it my first year, where I was on my own. I was kind of eating whatever I wanted, but I just needed to realize the importance of diet and nutrition to becoming a better athlete and professional.
Do you keep eating as Nakatsubo-san teaches?
Yeah, I do. I'm definitely more cautious about what I eat. I don't really snack anymore.
Oh.
Mainly like fruits and like healthier alternatives rather than just a bag of chips or something. I don't yeah, I've cut those out.
Sometimes cheating day is important, but
Occasionally, but I try not to, because sometimes when I have a cheat day, it goes to like a cheat couple of days, and then it just I don't want to start and then not be able to stop.
Yeah. So Nakatsubo san, you suggested Elliot to change staple food to rice, not breads. I think this change is the most featured point of what Elliot worked on. What was your purpose and expectation in this big change? 中坪さんにお願いしますね。この1年、食事トレーニングの中で最も象徴的なことは、主食をパンからご飯に切り替えたということだと思うんですけれども、ここにはどういう背景と意図があったのかなっていうのを教えていただけますか？
はい。エリエットの場合はやっぱり食べることに対してちょっと苦手意識を持っていて、でその時に、あともう一つエベッサの練習がとてもハードだっていう話をエリエはよくしていて、なのでたくさん栄養を取る必要があったんですけれども、その時に、より栄養の密度ですねが濃いご飯っていうところに変えましょうっていう提案をしました。で同じ量を食べる中でもパンだとやっぱりちょっと脂質、バター塗ったりだとかパン自身にも脂質が入っているので、そういったところの消化の負担っていうものの軽減も考えてお米の方を推薦というかリコメンドしてましたね。
Elliot, did you feel any changes with switching the rice bread?
Yeah, I felt like I had more energy. Like I think due to practice, I wasn't eating as much, so I was losing some weight. But once I started to actually eat like good meals and balanced meals, I felt like recovery was just better.
So how long did it take to actually feel your body performance had changed? That it's not like quickly.
No, definitely not immediately. Maybe a couple months. And I finally got to like a stable weight to where I was maintaining. So like that was probably 2 to 3 months, I would say.
2 to 3 months.
Yeah, not that quickly.
Yeah. それはそれ。Changing habits is very hard for everyone. You two did a good job to change habits. Okay, じゃあ、so moved on next question. Last season, you had a big impact on your rookie year. You participated in 51 games and contributed greatly to teams at advance to championship for the first time in history. And even more, you are selected as a training scout of national team. And I believe it was so hard to maintain good performance throughout the season. What did you most care about your food?
Probably just continuing to eat like the right amount of food and not to get lazy. That was mainly, I think, my problem was just not. I kind of have a tendency to, when I'm tired, just not to do anything. So like that would involve like not eating. So I had to make like conscious efforts to make sure I eat enough, get the proper nutritional value, and rest. Because I wasn't used to like the amount of practices and the amount of games that were played. Because in college, it's kind of like, well, in Division II, which is where I played, it's more like, it's kind of, I'd say around 4 to 5 straight months where you go pretty hard. But after that, most of it's like the off season. I'm only playing like 30 games, but here it's 60 games plus the playoffs. So it's like I had to make sure to really take care of my body and try to be able to perform.
So I'm sure other than food, you had you found your routine to maintain your performance. Could you tell us a little bit about your routine other than eating habits?
Mainly just trying to get enough sleep. Because I don't know. I used to like to stay up later, but then when you have to wake up early, it's like you can't. It's kind of either or. So I had to make sure I was sleeping at like a good time, waking up to be able to eat breakfast, be able to get the meal, not to like sleep late, wake up late to where I don't have time to eat and just go to practice. Like I had to make sure to actually be responsible, be an adult. I had to grow up, basically. Yeah.
But you have a lot of you have a lot of games in night, right?
Yeah, away games, I think a lot of them were nighttime, but we mainly play around 3 at home, so it's not as bad.
Yeah, sleeping is very important. I always sleep for 8 hours.
Yeah, I'm sure a lot of people would say like, I really like to sleep. Yeah.
Okay, please tell us your aspiration to the coming year and the goal of your bodybuilding.
I just want to continue to get better, contribute to the team more, maybe hopefully play more this year, have more of a solid role, just to contribute to continue like team success. We want to make the playoffs again, hopefully go further, and just continue to develop. Body-wise, yeah, continue to get stronger, faster. The main things.
And lastly, please give a message to the fans and the young generation wishing to be a professional athlete.
I'll just continue to work every day. You know, it's a lot of times where you're gonna think you don't want to do something or it's tough, but in the long run, it always pays off. Just keep working. Have purpose in your work. If you're really committed to something, you have to make sure you're committed. Not you don't want to do something at half effort and then go on to regret it later. So just put in the work while you're young, keep chipping away, and hopefully you can progress to where you become a professional.
いいですね。Thank you. 中坪さん、なんか最後に質問とかありますか？
質問ですか？日本語でもいいですか？
もちろん大丈夫です。
今シーズンの目標は何でしょうか？
目標はやっぱり私が出ることですね。そして個人の目標はもっともっとプレイタイムを増やして、もっとインパクトするプレイヤーになりたいと思ってます。
楽しみにしてます。
ありがとうございます。ありがとうございます。
ありがとうございます。Thank you very much, Elliot and Nakatsubo-san. We are very much looking forward to see Elliot's performance in this season. Good luck. 今日は、貴重なお時間いただきありがとうございました。間もなくシーズン開幕するということですので、私たちももちろん一番にエリエット選手を応援していきたいと思います。ありがとうございます。頑張ってください。
ありがとうございます。また会いましょう。
Thank you very much.
先生、ありがとうございました。
ありがとうございます。